There is a retirement account in America that gives you a tax deduction going in, grows completely tax-free, and lets you withdraw money completely tax-free. No other account in existence does all three. Not your 401k, not your Roth IRA, not your brokerage account. Nothing. And yet, the majority of Americans who qualify for this account either don't have one, don't fund it properly, or are using it completely wrong. The account is called an HSA, a health savings account, and today we're going to show you exactly why it might be the single most powerful financial tool available to the American middle class, and why Wall Street, your employer, and your HR department have done almost nothing to help you understand it. Let's start from the beginning. An HSA is a savings account specifically designed for medical expenses. But calling it just a medical savings account is like calling a Ferrari just a car. Technically accurate, wildly underselling it. To open an HSA, you need to be enrolled in what's called a high-deductible health plan, or HDHP. In 2024, that means a plan with a deductible of at least $1,600 for individuals or $3,200 for families. If you qualify, here's what you get: the triple tax advantage. Number 1. Contributions are tax-deductible. Every dollar you put into your HSA reduces your taxable income dollar for dollar. If you're in the 22% tax bracket and you contribute the maximum $4,150 for an individual, you just saved $913 in federal taxes instantly. Number 2, growth is tax-free. Any money sitting in your HSA can be invested in index funds, ETFs, stocks, and every dollar of growth, every dividend, every capital gain, completely tax-free. It compounds without the IRS taking a single cut. Number 3, withdrawals for qualified medical expenses are tax-free. Doctor visits, prescriptions, dental work, vision care, surgery, hundreds of qualified expenses. You pay with HSA dollars, and the government never touches it. No other account in America does all three. A traditional 401k gives you the deduction going in, but taxes you on the way out. A Roth IRA taxes you going in, but not on the way out. An HSA, tax-free in, tax-free growth, tax-free out. That is the triple tax advantage, and most Americans are leaving it completely on the table. Let's talk about what this actually looks like in real money. In 2024, the IRS allows you to contribute up to $4,150 as an individual or $8,300 as a family into your HSA. If you're 55 or older, you can add an extra $1,000 catch-up contribution. Now here's where most people stop. They put a little money in, use it for copays, and move on. That is the biggest HSA mistake you can make. The people who actually build wealth with an HSA do something different. They call it the pay and invest strategy. Here's how it works. Instead of using your HSA card for every medical expense, you pay your medical bills out of pocket from your regular checking account. Then you let your HSA money sit, untouched, invested in low-cost index funds. And here's the critical part that most people don't know. There is no time limit on HSA reimbursements. Read that again. You can pay a medical expense today, keep the receipt, and reimburse yourself from your HSA 10 years from now, 20 years from now, the day you retire, which means every dollar in your HSA has the potential to sit invested for decades, compounding tax-free until you decide to pull it out, tax-free, to reimburse yourself for expenses you already paid years ago. Let's run the math. Say you contribute $4,150 per year starting at age 30. You invest it all in a low-cost index fund, averaging 7% annual returns. You pay all your medical expenses out of pocket and never touch the HSA. By age 65, you would have approximately $580,000 sitting in your HSA, tax-free, ready to be withdrawn tax-free at any time. And here's the kicker. After age 65, an HSA works exactly like a traditional IRA. You can withdraw money for any reason, not just medical expenses. You'll pay ordinary income tax on non-medical withdrawals, just like a 401k. But for medical expenses, which, let's be honest, are the majority of retirement spending, every dollar is still completely tax-free. Here's where the strategy gets really serious. The average retired couple in America will spend approximately $315,000 on healthcare costs in retirement. That's according to Fidelity's most recent estimates. $315,000. Now imagine paying every single dollar of that $315,000 completely tax-free. Not tax-deferred, not partially sheltered, completely tax-free. That's exactly what a fully funded HSA gives you. And it gets better. Medicare premiums, tax-free from your HSA. Long-term care insurance premiums, tax-free. COBRA premiums if you leave a job, tax-free. Dental implants at 70, tax-free. Prescription costs, tax-free.
This
Vision
ID says
care,
my treatment is tax-free.
The list of qualified medical expenses is extensive, and in retirement, when healthcare becomes your biggest cost, your HSA becomes your most powerful weapon. Now let's compare this to a 401k for a moment. You retire with $500,000 in a 401k. You need $50,000 for medical expenses. You withdraw $50,000, the IRS takes their cut, let's say 22%, you're left with $49,000. You retire with $500,000 in an HSA, you need $50,000 for medical expenses, you withdraw $50,000, the IRS takes nothing. You keep every dollar. Same amount saved, completely different outcome. Now let's talk about what most people are destroying the potential of their HSA without even realizing it. Mistake number 1, using it like a checking account. Most people treat their HSA like a debit card. Medical bill comes in, they swipe the HSA card, done. The problem is that every dollar you spend today is a dollar that loses decades of tax-free compounding. Every $100 you spend at 35 could have been $400 at 65. When you spend it today for a $100 copay, you just cost yourself $300 in future tax-free wealth. Mistake number 2, leaving it in cash. Most HSA providers default your money into a low-interest cash account, earning 0.01%, while inflation quietly destroys its value. You have to actively choose to invest your HSA funds, and most people never do. They open the account, dump money in, and let it sit in cash for years, losing real value every single day. Mistake number 3, not contributing the maximum. The HSA contribution limit is one of the most underutilized tax advantages in the entire U.S. tax code. Most people who have an HSA contribute sporadically, or only up to what they think they'll spend that year. That's backwards. You should be maxing it out every year and treating it as a retirement account first, medical account second. Mistake number 4, not keeping receipts. Remember, there's no time limit on reimbursements, but you need documentation. Every medical receipt, every explanation of benefits, every bill you pay out of pocket should be saved, digitally or physically, because one day those receipts become tax-free cash withdrawals. Treat every medical receipt like a future withdrawal slip from a tax-free account. Mistake number 5, thinking you don't qualify. Many people assume they can't have an HSA because their employer's health plan doesn't qualify, but you have options. You can shop for a high-deductible health plan on the open market, and depending on your health situation, the math often works heavily in favor of switching, especially when you factor in the tax savings. So here's exactly what you should do. Step 1, verify you have an HDHP. Check your health insurance plan. If your deductible is at least $1,600 for an individual or $3,200 for a family, you almost certainly qualify. Call your insurance provider if you're not sure. Step 2, open an HSA with the right provider. Your employer may offer an HSA through their benefits program, but you are not required to use it. Shop around. Fidelity offers an HSA with 0 account fees and access to their full range of low-cost index funds. It is widely considered the best HSA provider in America for investors. Step 3, max out your contributions. $4,150 for individuals, $8,380 for families. Set up an automatic monthly contribution so you hit the limit every year without thinking about it. Step 4, invest immediately. The moment money hits your HSA, invest it. Don't let it sit in cash. Choose a low-cost index fund, a total market fund or S&P 500 fund with an expense ratio below 0.05%. Step 5, pay medical expenses out of pocket. Build a small emergency fund specifically for medical expenses in your regular checking account.
Use that for copays and bills. Let your HSA compound untouched. Step 6. Save every receipt. Create a folder, physical or digital, labeled HSA Receipts. Every medical expense you pay out of pocket goes in that folder. Those receipts are future tax-free withdrawals waiting to happen. The HSA is not a complicated account. It's not a loophole. It's not a trick. It's sitting right there in the U.S. tax code, available to millions of Americans who qualify, and most of them are either ignoring it or using it wrong. Triple tax advantage, tax-free growth for decades, tax-free withdrawals for your biggest retirement expense. While everyone else is arguing about whether to max their 401k or their Roth IRA, the smartest people in the room are quietly maxing their HSA first. Because in a world where the government taxes almost everything, income, gains, dividends, inheritance, an account that is completely untouched from every angle is not just an opportunity, it's a weapon. And now you know how to use it.